Members, please report to the council chambers. Sergeant, I need one more. No, we're good. Good morning to everyone. Today is Friday, March 18th. I want to welcome each and every one of you to your Los Angeles City Hall. This council meets every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m., and the public is welcome. Madam Clerk, we have a quorum. Would you please call the roll? In fact, wait a minute. Shh. Please take your seats so that we can begin our work for today. Now, Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Blumenfield, Bonin, Buscaino, Cedillo, Englander, Fuentes, Harris Dawson, Weezer, Koretz, Krikorian, Martinez, O'Farrell, Price, Rue Wesson. 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes.
Mr. Weezer moves. Mr. Price seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Mr. Englander moves and Mr. Bonin seconds. Next.
Mr. President, there are requests to continue items 1AM for 2 weeks to April 1st and 1Q and 1T for 30 days to April 15th.
Okay, so without objection, that will be the order. Continue.
Additionally, the Department of Building and Safety recommends that the following items be received and filed. Items B, D, H, J, N, W, X, Z, and AH as the liens were paid in full. Receive and file AC, AF, and AQ as the properties were determined to be owner-occupied single-family dwellings and exempt from lien processing procedures. 1M, because the lien was rescinded by the department.
Okay, so without objection, that'll be the order. Mr. Fuentes.
Council President, if we could continue item 1C, 1J, 1L, and 1AM for 2 weeks.
Okay, that would be April 1st.
Wow. Yeah. Not 2 a.m.
Okay, let's continue.
Additionally, the Department of Building and Safety recommends that the lien amounts be reduced on the following items. On G, reduce the lien to $9,189.39. On R, reduce it to $1,758.45. AL, reduce the lien to $1,288.56. AS, reduce it to $4,677.65. AT, reduce it to $580.56. And AO, reduce it to $3,660.35.
Okay, so again, without objection, that'll be the order. Continue.
Items 1 through 2 are items noticed for public hearing, and the Office of Finance recommends that item 2 be received and filed since the taxpayer has submitted a payment which satisfies the liability and the case is settled in full.
Okay, do we have cards?
Yes.
Let's hold those items. Let's continue.
Items 3 through 8 are items for which public hearings have been held. Committee reports for items 3, 4, and 8 have been submitted and circulated for council consideration.
Members, special, Mr. Fuentes. Item 3 for Mr. Fuentes. Why don't we prepare to vote on the remaining items? Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Okay, let's continue.
And, Mr. President, the ordinance on item 4 will be held over to March 29th unless reconsidered with 12 members present.
Okay, thank you very much.
And items 9 through 10 are items for which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Okay, so without objection, those items are now before this body. Do we have cards?
Yes, there are cards on 9 and 10.
Okay. Now that brings us where?
Mr. President, that takes council back to presentations, items called special, or public comment.
All right. Okay, we're going to take care of some business first. Why don't we take up item number 1? Mr. Spindler, item number 1. I do not see Mr. Spindler. Let's prepare to vote on this item. Let us. We do have a card from Mr. Walsh as well on item number 1.
John Walsh, blogging at HollywoodHighlands.org, blogging also at J. Walsh Confidential, tweeting at Hollywood Dems. My card has 2 legs. It runs around and tries to hide from Herb. Number 1, hearing protests to building and safety. Again, I'm not known for praising City Council. You keep forgetting when I praise you, but I think when it comes to nuisance abatement and other code violations, the City of Los Angeles is head and shoulders over any of the surrounding cities like Pasadena or Glendale. These are liens, which mean that they have not paid their fines, and therefore they're going to have their property attached to a certain extent. And you can see there are quite a number of liens here. It goes 1, 2, 3, 26. I did about 35 liens here. Some of them are quite high, $31,000 for MGA Entertainment, continued from council meeting February 19. These are important, and I know it's excruciatingly painful when I say you do a good job, but I'm afraid I have to say it because everything I say is true. HollywoodHighlands.org. Visit us.
Thank you. Members, let's prepare to vote on this item. Do we have a Shaler Trent? Shaler Trent. Please come forward. Shaler Trent. Yes, sir.
I would like to request a continuation on the property of 2219 South Orange Drive.
How long do you need, Trent?
30 days, sir.
So I'll tell you what, I will do that. So you'll have until April 15th. And then where is Ed? You see the gentleman with the black vest? Maybe you have a conversation with him and we can begin to work on your concerns. So officially, your item is continued to April 15th.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you for coming down. Now let's prepare to vote on the item. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Okay, let's now move to item 10, Mr. Previn. Mr. Previn, item 10.
Thank you, sir. It is Eric Previn. This is a final track map for the parcel located at 4435 North Camellia in, I believe it's North Hollywood, right near me in Moore Park. And I glanced at the map a little bit. As it appears, sir, this is a take down what's currently there, which is on sort of several lots. And I'm fairly sure that the individual is going to be making a larger property, a larger house, and they are paying some customary Quimby fees, and you know it's very hard to tell if this is going to be a little McMansion that's been slipped through, or if it's going to be one of the condo things because of the way the city file is organized. But I can just simply say this, that land use decisions in Studio City and North Hollywood have come under enormous controversy. We have had a council district office that has been unrelentingly helpful to individuals trying to make small changes to their zoning and such. They have been extremely helpful to the horror of many local neighborhood groups. I mean, I'm not going to get into the minutia of that because it would be off point, but certainly these little decisions that are always the fault of another agency, or if we only, he was 2 weeks early, had we waited, we can't stop him, it's so bad. And what it has resulted, sir, is in a real a kind of a degradation of the community life. I think there's a recall for some of the people involved here. There's all sorts of difficulties. And, sir, I think it needs a bit of leadership from Mr. Huizar, because Mr. Huizar, who had said goodbye to Mr. LeGrand recently, is the one who really, up in Plum, has an opportunity to be an advocate for the people in the local communities. But, unfortunately, we have seen towers, we have seen development that is, we all want to improve and move things forward, but we have just simply let the people down in Studio City and North Hollywood, Valley Village, Valley Glen, and such. So I'm very sorry. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let's prepare to vote on this item. Let us open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right. Mr. Spindler on item 9. Mr. Walsh, John Walsh. Mr. Walsh.
Starts the meeting 20 minutes late, and he makes me run to the microphone.
Stay on the
number
subject,
9.
Mr. Walsh, and maybe since you speak so often, you should sit closer to the mic.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And maybe you should...
No. Don't get off the subject.
You asked me...
Okay, you're off the subject. Last time.
Resolutions, various properties on the REAP. This, again, is number 9, and we believe that you're doing a good job on the rent escrow. Remember, if the landlord doesn't repair violations, you go to the city, and then the landlord doesn't, you don't pay to the landlord anymore. You pay your rent to the city until the landlord repairs things. They don't want you to know that up there. Spit in my face.
Mr. Spindler? Okay, let's prepare to vote. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
We'll do item 2. Mr. Walsh, we're on item 2. Go ahead, sir.
Number 2. Sir, who are you talking to? Number 2 is right up here, and that is John Walsh, HollywoodHighlands.org. And number 2 is approval to record the liens against taxpayers for unpaid taxes. This is, again, this is item 2, and it speaks for itself. Again, on this issue of unpaid taxes, you do an excellent job. You know what you can do with your extra minute and 25 seconds. Put a little grease on it beforehand.
Mr. Previn.
Good morning, Council President Wesson. It is Eric Previn from CD2. This is not a casual matter. This is the Office of Finance. I think recently we appointed Claire Bartels to take over. This is a group that's been struggling a little bit in terms of making reports about who's paying their taxes and who's not on request from the public. But setting that aside, this is an instance where we are celebrating today, because today MGA Entertainment Inc. is Mr. Englander, who knows this group well, and certainly Ms. Martinez, because this is in CD6, or this is for the CD6 tax problem that MG Entertainment Inc. had. Now, the problem was minor, because this is a very robust provider of jobs. And those little Bratz dolls with a Z, sir, they're very cute, but it's a big business. So these guys are trusted partners, and they're providing a lot of good stuff in the valley. Now, unfortunately, sir, this lien, which is now being finally settled, and I assume for the full rate, was pending for a while, which means we had to come after them and explore the use of city resources. Now, the problem, sir, is this is a group that has been greased along out in 20,000 Prairie in Mr. Englander's district, I believe, where they have he's got permission to do 660 rental units. And, the public raised up the little hand like, hey, what about, are we going to do some affordable in that?
Stay on the subject, Mr. Previn.
And the point there is that by not providing any affordable housing, just providing $200,000 to one little nonprofit.
Stay on the subject, Mr. Previn.
Explaining the context of
no,
this.
No, stay on the subject, Mr. Previn.
Entertainment Inc. It has a lien. They also received an incredible entitlement. That is a relevant piece of information. Mr. City Attorney, would you please advise? Thank you. And the reality, sir, is that we should be doing more in this space, as the Integrity Initiative and many others have been saying, that when we are providing great facility to a title and to these groups, they should be paying taxes, because you just collected from about 30 people.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Spindler. Mr. Englander.
Before we go to the public comment on this, and I know we already had one incorrect speaker just speak, completely way off the subject. I just wanted to clarify the record of what happened with this so the other speakers know as well. This was a lien, actually, that was put on in error. In error because, in fact, the applicant or the person, the business, in this case it was a business, paid it, and the city didn't credit it back. They brought in a copy of their canceled check, and they brought that copy in and showed they paid it a year ago. And it was just an accounting error on the city side. So it wasn't a dispute. There's no settlement. And just wanted to clarify that so people know.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Spindler.
Exactly. Thank you to the midget for pointing that out.
Stay on the subject.
This is the biggest load of garbage. This does not belong here, this lien. It's wrong. Read it. Everybody here from the Persian community, read what they've done to these people, what they're doing to businesses with these crazy liens. No paperwork. Nothing. Nothing. You just keep taking and taking and taking money from people who need it. These people need this money. You don't need this money, but these businesses like this company need the money. And they pay with a canceled check, and you will not honor it. It's called reciprocity. LA City is an LA County. It's reciprocity. You cannot have a duality of liens. You cannot have a duality of business licenses unless you're in the unincorporated county area and require a license from the Board of Supervisors. This is a city issue. He paid it. It was paid. It was incorrectly marked. And now we have to wait till today. The embarrassment, the shock of the guests here, knowing that the city steals money from lawful businesses, that it's ran by criminal thieves, that people
Stay on the subject. From. Stay on the subject, Mr. Spindler.
Right. There needs to be a process to get rid of these liens. These people, when they produce prima facie evidence that it's been paid, they must be suspended. No more interest, no more liens. This stuff has to stop. There's people in this council that know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, but you sit there and you look the other way. Stop these liens. Vote no on this lien.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's prepare to vote on this item. Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
Okay, Madam Clerk, don't we have a 12-vote item? We have 12 members. What number was that?
Yes, that's item number 4, which has an ordinance.
Okay, so let's vote on reconsideration. Item number 4, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
Now let's actually vote on the item. Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
Mr. Fuentes, are we ready on item 3?
Our candidate, Mark Gold, to the center table. Colleagues, as Mr. Gold is making his way to the center table, I'd like to extend my well wishes to him and my excitement for his candidacy to the Metropolitan Water District. You are looking at a lifetime Bruin that is very, very important to UCLA, so much so that he was inducted into the Public Health Hall of Fame at the city of at UCLA, the UCLA School of Public Health Hall of Fame, and he was also recognized by the James Irvine Foundation and received their very prestigious leadership award. Mr. Gold is a big part of the UCLA Institute of Environment and Sustainability. He runs it, and we have the opportunity of having him serve not just the city of Los Angeles, but the Metropolitan Water District with your favorable vote today. Colleagues, you know that water is an important issue. We've been talking a lot about it with respect to the drought. But the expertise that Mr. Gold is going to bring to the conversation is larger than water supply. His expertise ranges into stormwater issues, into contamination issues. He is a real expert, and we will benefit tremendously as having him being one of our stewards at MWD, and I'm really excited to have you there. It's going to not just help shape how the Metropolitan Water District operates, but it's going to lend the advocacy that you've had for so long at Heal the Bay and other institutions. They'll benefit from that. So, colleagues, I urge an aye vote, and I was going to ask Mr. President if Mr. Gold would share a couple of words with us about his vision for MWD and what his participation there will look like.
Okay, so if I can get you to hold for 1 second, I want to recognize Mr. Koretz.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I agree with our Energy and Environment Chairman, Mr. Fuentes. I believe that Mark Gold is literally the best choice and the most qualified person in the county to do this job. I'm very excited that he's willing to take on the time commitment, and it's not an easy task, but you are the perfect person for it, and I thank you for your willingness to serve.
Floor is yours.
First of all, thank you so much for your kind words, and thank you, obviously, for the mayor for this this great opportunity. I'm very excited to be part of the MWD contingent, the directors representing the city of LA, because we really have a tremendous task ahead of us on moving forward on local water and trying to be more sustainable with our local water supplies. As everybody knows, during these drought years, 89% of our water is imported from more than 250 miles away. And that's not sustainable. We know it's not sustainable. And so I think there's a tremendous opportunity to work with the City of Los Angeles, with the council, with the mayor's office, and the directors representing the City of LA to really move Metropolitan Water District in a manner that's going to help the City of LA be more self-sufficient on their water supply and all the additional benefits that that provides us with as a community. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's members prepare to vote on this item. Let's open up the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
Okay, now, if we have a special guest with us today, the city clerk from the city of Inglewood, Yvonne Horton. Welcome. Let's give Yvonne, the city clerk of Inglewood, a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for coming.